and welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited for today's pick a card. Today we're tapping into your soulmate. We're going to see who is your soulmate. We'll get their astrology chart, details about them, where, how you will meet them. We'll get your timeline as well. Tapping in right now to see what is your timeline like as far as when you'll meet them. So that is our topic today. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, you can pause the video if you need more time with the piles, and you can always pick more than one pile as well for all of my readings. For group one, we have the Smoky Quartz, and we'll be using the Kitten Tarot. For group two, we have the Plum Tourmaline, and we'll be using the Eldritch Overload Tarot. For group three, we have the Green Goldstone, and we'll be using the Witch's Garden Tarot. And for group four, we have the Bloodstone, and we'll be using the Gourmet Tarot for group four. So go ahead, pause the video if you need more time to decide, and we're just going to jump right into it. All right, if you chose group one with the Smoky Quartz and the Kitten Tarot, this is your reading, tapping in to see who is your soulmate. Where and how will you meet them? You know, what is your timeline? We'll get all those details, Spirit. For group one with the Smoky Quartz, please first show us their soulmate. Who is this person? For group one with the Smoky Quartz, who is their soulmate? For group one. First card out, we have Pluto. So a little bit of a almost intimidating energy coming from this person. Plutonian people are people who usually in their lifetimes, they kind of go through a lot of different phases and cycles, a lot of different versions of themselves, a lot of different eras. They have eras where it's like, okay, that, you know, era in time, this is what I acted like, this is what I dressed like, this is what I was experiencing, this is who I was dating, and then transformation and transformation. And a lot of transformation in childhood, a lot of transformation in having to let go of things during life, dreams being let go of, jobs being let go of, you know, places and circumstances letting go of. So these people typically have a lot of grit and a lot of personal power. They can genuinely depend on themselves, and other people can also genuinely depend on them. These are like very resourceful people and people who are experts in transmutation and, you know, transformation. We have the fire energy here too. So we have fire as an element. Oh my goodness. This person definitely has an intimidating aura. Not gonna lie. Pluto and fire. In terms of signs, that would be Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo that you can look out for in terms of, you know, fire signs. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, so you can look out for Scorpio as well. Scorpio, you know, placements and energy in their chart. But as an element, just in itself, fire is divine masculine energy. Pluto is also masculine, and fire is very action oriented. It's powerful. It's an amplifier. It's an energy giver. So what I can say is this person has a lot of energy, a lot of ambition. This person isn't afraid to let things go, let a place go, transform their life. So if you're like, listen, I actually want to live super unconventionally, and I'm looking for a partner that can move to a new, you know, city, new state, a new country with me, this person is all for that. Definitely would give kind of partner in crime energy. And what you'll love about them is they are a strategist. So they know how to take ideas and make them a actual reality. It's one of the major benefits of being with them. My goodness, we got Gemini here and Capricorn. Two slightly malefic energies. These signs do have a tendency to be more shadowy, more shadow oriented. Capricorn in tarot is the devil card, okay? It's nothing to play with. It just isn't. Cap is ruled by Saturn. We got Gemini. I want to say Gem is ruled by Mercury, air sign energy, heavily intelligent energy. This person, it's like, you know, they got the hardworking, ambitious, make it happen aspects from Cap, and then they have the mind, the ideas, the intelligence of Gemini to make it happen. I'm like, who are you getting involved with? Your group one, your soulmate is like a mastermind. And I don't want to say evil mastermind. I just want to say a mastermind, but they definitely have all the elements here to really be I ain't even gonna lie, a destructive energy. I'm like, as a reader, how can I make this sound like sweet? How can I make it like, you know, sound like, yes, someone you would be excited to be your soulmate? But this is giving like the kind of person who, if you're already feeling like you're looking for revenge, this person, they're not gonna stop you. They're not gonna stop. They have all the tools to carry out the most evil plan possible. So this is not the calm, serene, you know, just loving, harmonious energy that'll kind of reel you back. This is the person like, oh, you ready to rage? Are we actually ready to like get rowdy? Are we getting dangerous? Because I'm already ready. I've been ready. This person stays on go. Honestly, they really are a very intelligent person, hardworking person. Capricorn typically has more traditional values. So if you're someone who like wants a long-term relationship or something traditional where like you're having kids or you're getting married or you're raising your family rooted in a religion, even if you're partly spiritual, you'll likely get that with this person. They'd be willing to, you know, go half on that dream with you. And with Gemini, this is likely someone who has like a degree or intelligence. It could be their life experience, but usually degrees kind of follow hand in hand with Gemini energy or certifications. You know, these people tend to collect knowledge a lot of times just for fun. So this is someone who kind of has the ability to really strategize, build a life with you, add to your life, all that good stuff. Anything else you want to tell us about who this is, Spirit, for group one? Okay, then we got Neptune coming in, adding a little sauce. Neptune rules altered states of consciousness. Neptune rules the astral, the dream space. So there's a highly psychic energy with this person. I am so intimidated by this energy. I'm like, not only intelligent, but also the psychic. It's like usually you get one or the other. Someone who's super mental or someone who's super spiritual. You know, usually it's like not really a blend. With this person, they have both. So it's like they can literally feel in their bones and anticipate other people's next moves. I'm like, now what do you have going on, group one, to be a match to this energy? What kind of evilness do y'all got going on? Or is it like a yin and yang dynamic where you're just like an ethereal earth angel? Listen, some of y'all need to get up off book talk because you're manifesting a demon reading all those stories with these vampires, demons, you know, evil tendency people. I'm telling you, they're really not going to be that bad. But well, listen, I guess you'll have to tell me, Spirit, for group one. Could you show us where are they going to meet? How are they going to meet for group one? How do they meet their soulmate? I'm very curious of what this relationship will actually be like. Spirit. Get one more, maybe. Okay. Yeah, some of you are definitely meeting this person in the dream space first. We got the sky, we got the birthplace of dreams. Birthplace of dreams is more of an energy of as you move to a new place because you have a dream, that's where you're meeting this person. Or for those of you who are pursuing a dream, a goal, a different lifestyle, when you move, this person is going to be associated with that to a degree. So say you've always wanted to live in the city in a high-rise apartment, for an example. This person could be your next door neighbor. They're in the birthplace of that dream. Or if you've always had a dream to travel, for an example, this person will likely live or also be traveling at the same time as you are in that place where, you know, you've always kind of felt connected to and you're finally getting the chance to travel to. So typically that's the original interpretation of this card. However, for you, especially with the sky coming up, we got Neptune. We were just talking about how they have a strong connection to altered states of consciousness, maybe even to the extent that they figured out how to manipulate it with all this intelligent energy. This person, I really do feel, can come into your dreams intentionally. This person may have mastered astral travel. Especially if you get a lot of dreams and you have great dream recall, and it's like, I'm experiencing the same person or I'm going to the same places in the dream space. Yeah, that's not exactly the dream space, that's the astral. We got some more it kind of feels like more targeted areas here. We have the arena, we have the school. So I'm picking up on an energy of some of you who are in school. You're meeting this person in school, and that could be college, that could be, you know, even younger, it could be high school, that you're meeting them and then your relationship is popping off whenever, you know, that's happening. But you would have felt, I feel, a strong attraction to this person, or you may have even felt a bit of fear when it comes to seeing this person, especially if you were younger, because I feel like this may have been more of a quiet kind of person, a mysterious kind of person, or someone with like an intimidating aura. You could also meet them as you're getting a certification, and I'm specifically hearing someone is traveling for school. We did get the birthplace of dreams that came up before, so those two things could be connected. You could be meeting this person as you're gathering information, or as you're literally in school in this new place, you know, pursuing this dream that we were talking about before. We have the restaurant here. This person could work at a restaurant, or you could end up serving this person, or vice versa. They could end up serving you. We have the art exhibition, and we have the park here as well. So definitely remaining open-ended is going to be the key to connecting with your soulmate. You know, it's like this person, they got a little bit of everything going on. These places, I could easily see this person being in any of these places. We already talked about, you know, that sky energy, the birthplace of dreams, talking about the mental or the spiritual, or, you know, mind-based places, or astral kind of, you know, spiritual crown chakra. We talked about how they're intelligent, heavily connected to collegiate, you know, type of energy. This person, I was saying earlier, they may have some degrees, and we got the school and the arena. So it's like you could be meeting them at a game, or you could be meeting them some way, somehow associated with school in some way. If, say, they're a professor or a teacher, this person could be at an arena supporting their students, whatever, what have you. And then we got the art exhibition. So it's like, it's definitely in alignment with their intelligence, places I could totally see them being. And it feels like you'll meet this person very naturally. Spirit, can you tell us how this relationship is coming together? Can you show us what it'll be like to be with this person? Why are they meant to? Why is this their soulmate? How does this? I have so many questions. I'm like, I want to know everything. So curious about this energy. So we have the High Priestess in the Hangman reverse, with the Empress reversed at the bottom of the deck. So you are a match to this person. However, you know, this could intimidate you to a degree, or this could be more than you want to do in this life. We have the Death card reversed here, even almost indicating that you have some things in your energy that haven't been fully kind of cleared through. It's looking like the majority of you want something more simple. High Priestess, Hangman reverse, that's kind of like a sign that you haven't answered the call. So if you feel like intimidated by this energy and like you'd rather avoid it, that's likely why, you know, Death card reverse, you're in this weird energy, because that kind of feels like, you know what, I have experienced a lot in past lives. I want this life to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. I just want a normal connection. I want to do normal things. Or, you know, it could be something in this life where it's like, I've already dealt with enough, you know, people with a whole lot going on. I don't want something like that. I want something much more simple this time around. So this energy can appear like just too much to deal with. I will say this kind of feels like it's creating a delay. We have the Chariot card reversed. There's a few things going on. Some of you spend way too much time in the dream space with this person, or maybe way too much time like daydreaming in your normal everyday life. There's definitely feeling like some sort of block when it comes to you two meeting. I did get at some point with that birthplace of dreams energy that for a lot of you, you're meeting this person in the place where you're pursuing your goals or your dream, whatever it is for you. It could be as simple as relocation, or it could be more complex, like maybe starting in, getting into a new career, a new field. So Chariot card, that could be the delay. We have the Eight of Swords reversed and the Five of Pentacles reversed. There's a lot of resistance of each other and a lot of like fear of each other. If you guys are giving yin and yang, I feel like on this person's end, they're going to be afraid of the vulnerability you'll likely invoke in them. Whereas on your end, you may be afraid of their aura. You may be afraid of their energy. Or you could feel like it would be too much to deal with, especially if you're in a place where you just kind of want something more simple. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Cups reversed. So I see the both of you being willing to give a little bit, but being resistant to like fully allowing the other person to see you, see through you, open you up. The beginning of this connection does look a bit tricky, or Spirit is having to soften you up before you actually get together. So this could be that Spirit puts you, in the same area as you're being raised. So you go to school with this person, for an example, but you don't actually end up connecting with them romantically until years down the line. It could be a situation like that where Spirit has to kind of finesse some familiarity between the two of you so that you guys can open up. Now, for those of you who haven't met this person at all, like IRL in real life, and it's only been in the dream space, that'll kind of do the same thing, kind of soften you up. But for some of you, especially if, you have your spiritual gifts turned off, we had that, High Priestess, Hangman reverse, this resistance to going all the way, whatever that means for you. It could be like something bigger that happens that causes you guys to come together, because I'm seeing so much resistance and it feels like it's on both of your end. And you're not resisting each other. It just feels like you're avoiding each other. When you connect, things are fine. There's even like a high level of attraction. So that's not the thing. It's just like when you see each other, you may literally try to go in a different direction. Like that's kind of how it feels like, nope. I'm not even going to give it a moment. We have the Knight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Pentacles. So I do see that this person is being drawn to make a move towards you after some time has passed. Four of Pentacles, both of you want to hold on to your strength, your value. Both of you want to be in a powerful position dealing with each other because you both see each other as, like your kryptonite. So this person, say you've committed to, being in a relationship and you want it to be with someone who's completely healthy and doesn't bring any like confusion or stress, this person can easily come across as like, mysterious and like that hot, attractive energy that you want to go towards, but it's kind of like an oven. You don't want to get too close or you'll get burned. This person could give you that vibe. So, I feel like, slowly but surely, both of you have your own kind of thoughts about each other, your own things going on, things that you're worried about. And it's taking you some time. It seems like they're going to be the first to crack with that Knight of Cups. That's them coming towards you, making a love offer. Wheel of Fortune, things being really good. It's like once you start, you can't stop with this person. Spirit, what else do you want to tell us about their relationship, about this coming together? Okay, so Spirit is really just saying have no fear. We have the Five of Cups, we got the Devil, my goodness, the Seven of Wands, and the Hierophant reversed. So I feel like it's going to feel quite intense. It's going to feel like everything's coming together at once, and it's going to challenge you. It's going to challenge you, and Spirit is saying just be open and also to face your fears. When it comes to Seven of Wands with the Devil card, there's so many different ways that your life can go. Going back to that birthplace of dreams, energies, there's so many different things that you feel attracted to. Spirit is like, listen, just pick one. I'll sort out the rest. But as long as you're pursuing your dreams, even if that's you staying where you are, but living a more comfortable lifestyle where you take care of yourself, acknowledge your wants and needs, and make sure you do something like small, nice for yourself every once in a while. That could be your personal path. We got the Hierophant reversed and the Five of Cups. I feel Spirit is having to be heavily involved in this relationship so both of you can surrender to each other because you're kind of having a hard time doing that directly. Let's get the timeline, Spirit. When will Group 1 meet their soulmate? So some of you have already met this person. So you could have met during this time, or for those of you who haven't met, this is when you'll be meeting. Oh, yeah, we got it depends on your actions 1000%. Definitely feeling that for some of you. We got 10 and 11. That feels kind of synchronistic in a way. You could be seeing 1110, 1101, different combinations of 10s and 11s and 1s and 0s. The 10th or 11th, that could be the 10th or the 11th month. So that could be October, that can be November, or of course the 10th and the 11th day. We did get December, that did come out. And then we have Gemini season, which is May 21st to June 20th. So that is the timeline you can look out for. Spirit, what else do you have for Group 1? What else does Group 1 need to know? We got a little bit of timeline stuff from here. We got the summer card that came out. It says, fun in the sun, happiness and lighthearted times are ahead. So perhaps in summer things will heat up for you, or there will be a shift that occurs in summer. We have the connection card. It says an old connection is coming back into your life, whether platonic or romantic. So you could start as friends. And we have divination. It says the information you seek will be found in a reading. Seek and you shall find. If you do have personal questions like, okay, what should I do next? Of course, I do have private readings on my Etsy shop, but Spirit could be calling you to divination at this time. And I definitely got little hints of that. It feels like it's natural for this person. It feels like they do a lot of work in the astral space in a spiritual kind of way. But you could also be called to different forms of divination, so definitely answer that call. That is what I have for you, Group 1. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 2 with the Eldritch Overload Tarot and the Plum Tourmaline, this is your reading, tapping in to see who is your soulmate, where, how will you meet them, what is the relationship like, all that good stuff, Spirit, for Group 2. Group 2 with the Plum Tourmaline. Please show us their soulmate. I don't know why I can't talk all of a sudden now that I'm doing your reading. Who is their soulmate? Please show us their zodiac sign, their energy, everything about them for Group 2. Who is this person? Okay, so right away I'm getting a good mix of like masculine and feminine energy with them. They have an intellectual side, they have an ambitious, action-oriented side, they have an emotional side, they have a spiritual side. So it feels like your soulmate is kind of like a jack of all trades. They're kind of like someone who has a little bit of experience in every facet of life. And because of that, someone who will be very beneficial to you. We have Pisces, we have Leo. Piscean energy is ruled by Neptune. We did get Neptune that came out. Leo is ruled by the sun. So your person, they're deeply emotional, creative, someone who has hobbies, someone who likes to explore their mind. This person could be a poet. They could be someone who likes to journal, someone who likes to write, someone who likes to be creative and do art. And then they have this side of them that builds strong connections with that Leo energy. They want a family. They want their pride, just like the lion symbolism of Leo. They want to meet their people. They want to be with their people. So your person has like a deep desire to have a family, to have a pack, to have a group of people that are friends, that are family, that they can be close with, that can help them and that they can also help. They have like a deep desire and connection to community. They really want their own community. So if you're someone and it's like, you know what, I really want to have a house full of kids, or I want to have a house full of animals, this person is going to meet you 100% with that goal. And you know, Leo is heavily associated with like masculine father energy, also associated with community and friendships. This person is likely, well, probably an ambivert, you know, where it's like they're not completely extroverted, not completely introverted. It really just depends on, you know, the scene, and it depends on everything, how they feel. So they can be more extroverted or they can be more introverted. It just kind of depends on the vibe. We have Mercury here, making this person surprisingly intellectual. Mercury is the planet of day to day. It's the planet of the gods as well, the planet of knowledge and information. So it feels like this person has a bit of a ritualistic nature. They could meditate every day, or they could have a spiritual practice that they carry out every day. They could have a routine that they pretty much carry out every day or every week, where it's like Sunday I meal prep, Monday morning I go to the gym first thing, Friday I go hang out with my friends. Like this person can be very ritualistic, and I feel that they keep a good balance. You know, it kind of reminds me of like a work-life balance type of situation, where it's like, okay, I work hard, but I also play hard. I make sure that I spend some time doing the things that I love, doing the things that I want to do, and also just having fun. And then we have Neptune here, giving them this spiritual edge, giving them this willingness to kind of just go into every situation and see what happens. They're adventurous, they're explorative, they're someone who likes to, you know, Neptune rules like the dream space, it rules altered states of consciousness. So this person could be into anything that's going to put them in an altered state of consciousness, you know, and it feels very spiritual as well. So this person could have experiences with mother medicine, with connecting with, you know, earthly kind of tinctures, earthly kind of resources that can bring you closer to spirit, God, the divine, the higher power, higher states of consciousness. This person definitely likes to explore spirituality, and they like deep people. So if you're a deep person, this person will not shy away from that. Group 2, your person is someone who gets really excited when they connect with people who are deep, who have lore, people who have mystery to them, people that you have to figure out. They love that. Spirit, tell us about how, where they will meet for group 2. How will group 2 meet their soulmate? You could be somewhat a match to this energy. The first card we got was the rendezvous point. And this card represents a place where there is a lot of action. You could be meeting this person as you're traveling. The first way that I got this energy, though, was you meeting this person as you were living out your own lore, your own life. I'm like, how can I explain this in the way that won't get flagged? I feel, you know, you could meet this person as you're out and about doing your own thing, especially with this person being no stranger to altered state of consciousness. For like maybe one or two of you, this could be your connect, if you know what I mean, your plug in some way. This person could be a part of your lifestyle if you live an alternative lifestyle. Spirit, for group 2, how or where will they meet their soulmate? Keep getting a lot of moving energy with you, and a like a strong spiritual energy. Yeah, you know what, this deck, so this deck has a lot of different like places, literal places that we all go to that we would, you know, meet someone at. But it also has a few cards that are more like symbolic and interpretive, and you're getting a lot of those cards specifically. We got the windswept region and the damp and rainy realm. If this is taken literally, this can mean that you could meet this person on a windy day, maybe on a day that it's raining with the damp and rainy realm energy. But these are much more symbolic, giving that strong Neptunian energy. I feel like you're going to spiritually tap into this person or see or meet them, spiritually experience this person before you meet them in the 3D. Windswept region in a symbolic kind of way is kind of like when you're just passing by, or this person could be just passing through. You know, it's giving like mission energy. Something about this feels higher level. I wouldn't be surprised if you were to tell me that, you know, you've had like a purpose in this life and you've had to go through a lot of transformations, go through a lot of different spaces that you had no personal attraction towards, but that spirit literally almost compulsively kind of led you to, in a way where it felt like, you know, you couldn't resist. Or if you've ever experienced like kind of feeling like you're in a fog or you're in autopilot, but you're doing things that aren't very autopilot-y. It's like when you go into autopilot, you fulfill a secret mission sent from spirit, versus when most people go into autopilot, they do their laundry, they go to work, they do their daily kind of routine. So if you resonate, that's definitely a specific message for you. But there's something so spiritual about this pile. I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Maybe that's just your energy. People may, you know, feel dazed and confused when they meet you. You may find that people stumble over their words when they speak to you for the first time, or that they seem to oddly kind of stare at you and almost lose what they were doing when they meet you. If this is just your energy, it may likely impact other people in the sense that you can notice that people seem to kind of lose like what they were doing when they come across you. They may literally stop, they may do a double take. Your energy is very impactful to others. We got the hub, bustling hub, and we got the home as well. So you could meet this person at a house party. You could meet this person at someone's house warming. You can meet this person in your home first time you meet. If you have a house party or house warming, this person could be, again, it feels like you're kind of passing each other by and then connecting. And when you connect, you realize, okay, wait, there's something really powerful here. Kind of like an explosion or this crazy magnetism kind of occurs, and both of you are just made aware of it in that moment. But before so, you didn't plan it. So this could be literally your UPS, USPS, your FedEx, you know, driver, someone who's just literally working and passing by, or vice versa. You can meet them as you're traveling. We did get the rendezvous point, but we got the bustling hub as well. So you can meet them at any sort of market. This could be a farmer's market. This could be a night market. This could be any market where, you know, things are kind of sold on a more individual level. And yeah, it seems like it's unexpected and you're just passing by. I'm telling you, you're going to meet this person and you're not going to even have love on your mind. You're going to be like, I literally planned to go out today and do XYZ, and then I ended up meeting my soulmate. What is going on? Like another twist and turn, but I feel like that's very normal for you. Spirit, tell us about how this is coming together. Tell us about their relationship. What is their relationship like? What is their dynamic with their soulmate? So what I'm feeling for you is that you two aren't very romantic people in the sense that you feel a need to chase after partners. It feels like both of you are very romantic and you always have the ability to kind of take your pick, because there's always someone in your energy, especially with you having such a like polarizing magnetic aura. And it seems like you two are both focused on something else when you're coming into a relationship. I feel like you guys are creating an allyship first, and then you slowly but surely come to realize that there is something romantic going on here. We got the Four of Swords reversed and the Lovers card reversed. This is literally like, I'm completing another mission at this time. You're meeting this person as you're you know, traveling, and you're, you know, just experiencing a new culture, and then it's like, boom, soulmate energy. Or as you're, you know, healing and pursuing life, pursuing some of your goals, never plan to really focus on a relationship at this point. In fact, this travel or this movement could be an act of rebellion. instead of, you know, going somewhere where it would be more likely that you can meet someone and have something romantic pop off, you're kind of like, nope, I'm actually going to go get the materials I need for this project that I've been thinking about, like totally just in your own zone, literally in your own energy, doing your own thing. And then boom, this just kind of occurs. So I don't know what's up with that. For this person, it feels like they've always been presented with, you know, random missions throughout their life, but also so does your energy, but it just feels different. There's something you can't quite put your finger on, and I feel like it's this exactly, it's this energy. This is like your energetic blueprint. This is your pattern. This is how things occur for you. It feels like chaos magic energy. It feels like very Neptunian, nonsensical. It's something that you just have to experience, and you can more make reflections and sense of it after the fact, but you may feel like as you're going through life, nothing makes sense until way later. We have the Nine of Swords reversed and the Knight of Coins reversed. So I will say that this person, it kind of looks like they're almost wanting to test you a little bit or play with you a bit. And it's not in a player kind of way where you have a player that's like, oh, I want to play with this person, I want to mess with their head. It's that they find you interesting, and they don't often find people interesting, not more interesting than them. And not in a narcissistic kind of way, but just in a, I've lived so many lives and I'm always working on these missions called by spirit that not very much can surprise me and really get me excited anymore. I feel like this person really understands human nature as well. So they can tell when someone's trying to manipulate them or trying to get them interested or attracted. They don't fall for things like that. And you guys mirror each other quite a bit, so neither do you. This person is actually really attracted to you when they first meet you, and that is strange for them. It's not something that they often experience. They've met so many different people and they've seen through so many different people and their intentions. They don't typically just kind of actually find themselves like dumbfounded and just surprised and impressed by someone. But that is the impact you have on them. So then they're like, okay, I'll bite, which they don't typically do. And they're like, all right, kind of looking at this like, okay, well, let's see what it's all about, or let me have some fun, you know. But again, it's not in a shadowy kind of way or like, you know, like a narc kind of way. It's in a, I'm amused kind of way. That's their energy. So then they start to pursue you. And I feel like this person tries some different things. Ultimately nice. We have the Ten of Coins. I love to see that, especially in an energy like this. We have the Ten of Coins and the Fool card here. Well, that actually thickens the plot, because the Ten of Coins and then showing up with a Fool card underneath that, this person is being surprised to find out that you are forever material. When they first see you, that's not at all where their mind goes. Like, I mean, this person does not assume that they have a person. This could be a lone wolf kind of person. And again, you guys mirror each other in so many ways. This is going to be one of those readings where it's like, are you reading my energy or my soulmate? Well, you basically are your soulmate. You're your soulmate flipped out. Like you two are like the same kind of energy in different ways. But they're, you know, kind of made aware that you're someone who they have a deep romantic connection to, someone who would be worthy to invest in. Ten of Coins and Fool card, they end up surrendering to that probability, but they never expected it. So if you're mirroring them, you may feel like you're not really worried about love or trying to chase it, because for one, you don't need to. It feels like people get mind effed just by your energy, and that likely makes them, you know, try to pursue you. But also you've been, you know, summoned to different missions, you know, in this lifetime, whether it's breaking generational curses or helping this person over here, you know, doing some earth angel work, doing some dream work, healing your bloodline, breaking generational curses. So you kind of, you know, are curious likely, but not really like hyper fixated on making love happen. And this person is just kind of like in the moment realizing, oh my God, group 2 is my soulmate. And I feel like they would label it that way too. Not everyone is super spiritual. So not everyone would acknowledge, oh, this is my soulmate, or oh, this is my twin flame, this and that. But this person definitely would. Anything else you want to tell us about this? I'm like, this is such a different kind of romance you guys have, different kind of reading. We got the Ace of Wands and the Page of Coins. So Spirit is saying this is created by you investing in New things, Page of Coins. This is the result of a journey that you're taking. I was feeling travel for some of you. I felt an act of rebellion earlier in the spread. Like, you know what? My family tells me I should do this, or the world tells me that this is what I should do, especially at this age or in this demographic or whatever. But I'm actually going to pursue this other thing that I'm personally attracted to. Act of rebellion. It could be that. It can be some intentional, travel or an intentional journey that you go on. But this romance is the result of you, Page of Coins, investing in something new, something that you are attracted to. Ace of Wands, inspired by creativity as well. Your creativity seems to be leading you here. Spirit, what is their timeline for group 2? Can you give us the timeline? When are they meeting their soulmate? It definitely doesn't. I didn't get a vibe at any point that you know them. So if there is a small portion of you that have met this person, I would say that it would be very normal if romance hasn't popped off yet. It doesn't feel like you guys are able to connect until it's like literally the right time, blessed by spirit. We have focus on yourself, wait out for a better time, and don't give up. So spirit is saying that to a degree, this kind of feels like a manifestation, and it doesn't feel like ritualistic or, like, okay, I'm doing a spell to bring this about. It feels more like you've already done that. And spirit is saying, okay, don't give up. Continue to do the things that I have already been calling you to do. I would say set your intention and make sure it relates. Honestly, Page of Coins, focusing on your own creativity, focusing on your desires and the things you want to accomplish in this life will lead you right to this person's doorstep. You guys are meeting in passing, not looking for each other. It's not one of those situations where spirit's leading you directly to each other. It's one of those situations where you're crossing each other's paths. Spirit's like, let's put these two people together, and it just kind of happens spontaneously. So if you, like, the harder you honestly try, the further you'll kind of get away from this one, and you may be feeling like that, feeling like you're hitting a wall. We did get Virgo season that did come up, which is August 23rd to September 22nd. So Virgo season will be significant for you. We have O2. You could meet them on the 2nd of the month during Virgo season. So that would be, like maybe September 2nd, or we did get Virgo season ending September 22nd. So that can be O2 related to that in some way. Something significant could happen or did happen in February, or it could be, the next February moving forward, depending on when you're seeing this. Also, spirit's likely communicating to you heavily in twos at this time. Spirit, what else can you tell us? We have money gain and a new home. New home says you will obtain a new home or more stability and security. Money gain says money is coming to you soon. So perhaps there's some money coming in that will give you the ability to move to a new place and pursue that new life. And maybe the thing that you're focused on is getting, your home in order and, setting it up in a way that you love. Money is going to be connected some way, somehow to you two being able to meet. That could be the thing that you're struggling with at this time. Page of Coins, that could be why you're actually focusing on something else. It seemed like with that Ace of Wands, it was more creative based, but maybe it's actually more money based. You're pursuing something because of a need for money, and that is what's linking you to this person. So with that money gain card, if there's any struggle in money, or if money you feel has been keeping you from romance, definitely pursuing that is going to lead you again, like right to their doorstep. That's what I got for you, group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the green goldstone and the Witch's Garden Tarot, this is your reading, tapping into your soulmate to see how you will meet them. How will this relationship come together? What will it be like, Spirit, for group 3 with the green goldstone? Tell us about their soulmate. Who is their soulmate for group 3? Who is the soulmate of group 3? My goodness, we got a bunch of cards that want to keep jumping out for this person. Right away, I'm feeling that this is like a person with a powerful aura, powerful energy. Lots of vitality, lots of strength. Good amount of, from what I'm getting so far, masculine and feminine. We got some feminine energy with Pisces, with Virgo, and then we have fire and now Aquarius that has just come out. So a good balance of energies. We got all the elements except for one, except for air. We got earth, water, and fire that has come out. And Spirit is really highlighting this energy, showing me that this is the basis of their energy. We got earth here, feminine energy, water, feminine energy, fire, masculine energy. So this person is definitely masculine and feminine energy balanced. And I would even say like maybe a bit more, slightly more feminine energy dominant. This person is a lover. This person is a caretaker. They deeply care about your feelings, your quality of life, and the quality of life of the people around them. You know, Earth, it's very life-giving. You know, we call it Mother Earth or Gaia. It's very supportive, very life-giving. I will bare my soul so that you can live through me, or as us earthlings, you know, on the earth. I will give you a space to be, to incarnate as a physical vessel. Very protective, very life-giving. You know, Earth has got her EMF around her, her electromagnetic field, so much protection. This person is very protective, very caring, very tapped in, very self-sacrificial. That water energy makes them very deep and emotional, someone who can connect to their own emotions. They definitely have high emotional intelligence, and someone who can connect to other people's emotions and empathize with them, be there for them, support them, make them feel better. Definitely someone you want to have on your team if you're an emotionally sensitive kind of person, because this person has a lot of foresight. They can foresee the things that will make you uncomfortable and other people as well. This person is really good at balancing like friendship dynamics and the dynamic in even spaces that they're not in. This person can be kind of the peacemaker type of energy. Now we got fire here. So it could easily turn into F around and find out. This person has got some bite to them. They are not afraid to stand up for themselves. But for the most part, you know, honestly, that's their only really aggressive. I can't remember. I want to say Aquarius may be a malefic sign, being that it's ruled by a malefic planet, which is Uranus. But that would be really the only malefic, besides maybe fire, could be seen as malefic. That would be the only kind of more like aggressive, make things happen, or more dominant energies that kind of have that bite to them. All the rest of these points are, you know, more feminine, more emotional, more tapped in, more protective. So this person definitely has like a, you know, dagger in the pocket. They are prepared. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Listen, don't worry, they can definitely get it cracking if need be, especially with them being such a protector. My goodness, this person can turn absolutely feral if you're messing with their friends, their family, their loved ones, their pets. Yeah, Spirit's showing me John Wick. Not John Wick. Oh, why they do that dog like that? That was actually so messed up. I just finished the John Wick series the other day, finally watched movie 4, because why was they trying to charge $20 to watch that movie at home? You people are crazy. Anyways, finally got to watch that. And you know what? I might just rewatch the whole thing because it's really good series. But I was seeing John Wick. So this person, it's like, at the end of the day, don't start none, won't be done. He was cool, okay? He quit. He got out the business. He had his dog. He had his home. And he was, you know, trying to be in his healing era and heal from, you know, losing his wife. They had to come through, mess with his car, mess with his dog. And then they got them paws put on him. So this person's energy can be similar to that, where it's like, listen, mess with my family, mess with, you know, my loved ones, things that I care about, then you get the you get the demon time. But other than that, I'm cool, living my own life, ducked off. We got Pisces, we got Virgo, and Aquarius. Virgo also being one of the mother archetypes in astrology, associations with the Virgin Mary, associations with Immaculate Conception. So this could be about being a mother to people who you have no connection to, people who are abandoned, people who are wounded warriors, people who are soldiers, black sheep. This person is specifically attracted to people that didn't directly manifest because of them. This could be people who are in need. This could be people who are just alone. They feel very protective over that kind of archetype, over wounded people and people who have been wronged. And then we have Aquarius here giving us a little bit of connections to emotional intelligence with that air energy. In terms of signs, you actually got a lot of signs that came out. We got Virgo and Pisces and Aquarius, but then we got fire, water, and earth. So any of the earth, water, and fire signs you can also look out for, but mainly those three. Let's keep going. Spirit, can you show us where and how they will meet their soulmate? We got the Factory that came out, which I just absolutely love when this card comes out because it's so like, it's so like blue collar. It's so like, I don't know, I just find it inspiring whenever it comes out because Spirit's like, even if you're doing your factory job or, you know, even if you're in the factory just living life, not expecting something super magical and crazy to happen, I got your back. Like, I just love when Spirit comes in with those messages like, listen, the best things in life, everyone can have access to. You know, spirit and spirituality is the, you know, kind of quantum leap where it's like, even if you're in a factory, I got your back. I will bring your person there. Don't you worry. So I just love it. We also have the winding path. So that's giving me a little bit of a vibe of what your soulmate likes, what your soulmate loves. They love when people live the winding path, when their paths and their life isn't so easy, isn't so straightforward. This person is very drawn to being there for people who really need someone. So if you're in a space where it's kind of like, I just need someone I can connect with deeply, someone who understands me, I definitely see your soulmate being that. Also, if you're wandering at this time and you're open to love, but again, you can't really see how that would happen because of what you're kind of doing, especially if you work a lot and you don't have that much exposure to, you know, meeting other people, Spirit's like, I got you. What I'm getting strongly for you, group 3, Spirit is going to put your soulmate in front of you wherever you are. Wherever you are. And typically that is how soulmate, you know, connections kind of come about. That's one of the benefits of a soulmate connection, is that it is led by the higher power. So you kind of get, you know, the higher power doing you a solid. We have the lighthouse here. A lot of symbolic energies coming out for you. Of course, this could be saying that you could be meeting this person as you're at the beach, any place, you know, close to a strong body or a big body, rather, of water. But, you know, the lighthouse is always, a lighthouse is symbolism of hope. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. So Spirit is kind of saying this is your reward after that winding path you're on. This person, especially with their welcoming energy, I just see them with open arms waiting to embrace you, as just kind of, you know, welcoming you into their life and supporting you, wrapping their arms around you. So, you know, we have the mountain here. You could meet this person at a factory, at the lighthouse, you know, near water, at a mountain. Strong energy of going outside. Spirit could be really calling you to go outside, especially as it's warming up. Spirit could be calling you to be more in nature, you know, spring, summer, even fall. If you're going on a trip or a retreat to the mountains, or really called to the mountains, that is going to link you with this person. I'm telling you, Spirit's like, wherever you're at on your winding path, try not to assume, try not to make assumptions, Spirit is saying as well. Try not to assume where you would meet someone. Don't allow that to influence your decisions that you make. Literally allow your intuition to tell you where to go, what to do, or even like your desire. to tell you where to go and what to do, because Spirit's already putting you like directly on each other's paths. We got the birthplace of dreams. So if anything, this would be a sign that Spirit is kind of encouraging you to pursue your dreams and to pursue whatever that lighthouse would be symbolically for you. Whatever that light is at the end of the tunnel, Spirit's like, go there. Your path is not straightforward like other people. You're called somewhere else. You're on the winding path. Some of you are stacking right now in this factory, you know, making money, but definitely having a plan of wanting to, you know, spend this money eventually in a way that feels really good to you. Lastly, we got the museum. So you can meet this person at a museum, or I'm even hearing art festival if there is an art festival in your city, in your state, especially as it's warm. You could be meeting this person at the museum. All right, so Spirit, tell us about this relationship. How will this come together? What will their relationship be like? Wow, we got the Emperor. This person gives such daddy energy. Daddy and mommy. Mama y papa. It's like they really take care of you. They're such a doer. I just love this. We got Five of Wands and the Emperor coming out. Five of Wands is reversed as well. Good position. This person is bringing so much stability into your life, and they're pursuing you in a very masculine kind of way. So we got the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. It could be a thing where it's like, even if they're more feminine energy dominant, even if they're more like a nurturer and a caretaker, they still understand tradition. Hierophant, they still understand how things should go and how they're supposed to go. So this person is like, if you want to pursue someone, you need to let them know that you're interested. You need to add something to their life. Emperor. Knight of Wands, you need to pursue them with passion, with excitement. This person is going to be, I would say, pursuing you pretty traditionally, like just taking you on dates, consistent communication. I'm seeing calls being big. Talking to this person on the phone for an hour, or, you know, for hours, plural. I'm seeing a lot of that, a lot of communication. We got the World card as well at the bottom of the deck. So I'm seeing that Spirit is supporting you two coming together. You guys could be moving in the same direction as well. You know, we got that birthplace of dreams that came out before. So you could be pursuing a dream while this person is also pursuing a dream. And you could find out that the dreams that you have are very similar to theirs. And so you guys end up collaborating in some way on your dreams together. We got the Moon card reversed and the Knight of Wands. So I can definitely say this person is pursuing you with intention. With that Moon card reversed, I just love that, because that's like, okay, this person is not indecisive. This person isn't confused. They're pretty, you know, clear-minded and level-headed about what they want. And they're making you that love offer right away. This person may be having like a love at first sight kind of experience with you, where they're kind of feeling like locked in right away. How will this come together? What will the relationship be like? It's like masculine when it counts. We got the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands. We got the Emperor that came out. So much masculine energy coming out of this person. So it's like they know when to lock in and to, you know, be ambitious and, you know, King of Swords, execute. My goodness, but at the same time, you guys have so much spiritual support and spiritual connection. We got the Fool card here. We got the Lovers card here. That Lovers card is a clear sign you guys are divinely guided to each other. So literally, you really don't have to do anything when it comes to like putting yourself in alignment for love. All you have to do is pursue that dream, or, you know, continue to walk towards the light at the end of the tunnel. So say like the tunnel you're in right now is financial difficulty. So the light at the end of the tunnel for you and your situation would be getting to a better place financially. Literally just focusing on that. I'm telling you, you're going to start to feel like the more you put effort into finding them, the farther you kind of get away from it. So don't resist it. That is the path, you know, for you at this time, not meant to be forced. The less you care, the more you get like, you know, good things happening, luck, attraction, things being moved around for you. I am seeing this being heavily connected to some new beginning as well. So anything new is good. Even, you know, and you know, I have actually done this before personally. I was looking in my astrology chart and I'm like, okay, what What can I use to my benefit? How can I create a ripple effect in my reality using my astrology chart? And I was looking in my first house, and there was a lot of Pluto in my first house and a lot of Jupiter in my first house, and they were aspecting each other in a way where they triggered each other. And so I was saying, okay, well, Scorpio, in the first house, Scorpio rising, that Pluto in the first house means that when I go through transitions, that's when it triggers Jupiter and I start to have these big moments of expansion. So I literally started to play around with that energy and dress differently, go to new places, end things, anything Plutonian, especially with it being in the first house for me. And all of a sudden, luck happened. Oh, I cut my hair. I'm getting $5,000 randomly. I do this. I cut off this person. All of a sudden, I'm meeting a new person that's much more aligned with me. You can look at your chart and you can literally study the aspects. You can even use ChatGPT to help you. Like, okay, how can I use this transit in my chart to create XYZ shift that you need? You can definitely do that. Full card for you, it's looking like you have something similar, something in your chart that is triggered by new beginnings, expansion triggered by new beginnings. The more full card you lean into new beginnings, big changes, the more success and abundance you will experience. And like I said, I can say from personal experience, it really does work. It's freaky. It's freaky. Makes you question everything. We got the 9 of Swords, 8 of Cups reversed. So I am feeling kind of like an attachment to the past. This would be a really good time to do a cord cutting or clearing, especially if you know you have a karmic in your energy who's having a hard time letting you go. There is someone stuck on you, or this could be your own fear with that 9 of Swords coming out as well. That is keeping you from being able to connect, with new people in love. Do your very best to journal, to speak out loud, to work through any outdated beliefs that no longer serve you. Things that you say, even in passing as a joke, words are spells, they do have power. So try to break that pattern of, anything you don't actually want to manifest, giving anything to that. So like if you can't see yourself being with your karmic forever, it's time to cut that one off, especially with seeing that, full card new beginnings, whether that's, you opening yourself up to someone new because you don't have this karmic in your life anymore. We can see that leading you to success and abundance. So definitely lean into that. We got the King of Swords. This person is pursuing you heavy. They're doing their part. They're doing the bulk of their pursuing. Didn't get anything really about you pursuing them. I got more about you pursuing like your goals or dreams. Spirit for group 3, can we get the timeline? When will they meet their soulmate? Spirit is definitely leading you. It's looking like for you, things aren't going to take too much longer here. We got in the near future. Divine timing is at play and months that has come out. I would definitely work on strengthening like your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, to make sure you're getting the messages from Spirit. Spirit is telling you exactly what to do and exactly where to go. So if you feel kind of lost at this time, getting a private reading wouldn't be a bad idea. Or if you have your own deck, pulling a few cards. I don't even read for myself maybe once every 3 months. I'd rather have someone else read for me. So even if you just have like a friend that kind of reads tarot, maybe go to them instead of reading for yourself, unless you're like super detached. But a good time for divination, a good time for strengthening those chakras, so you make sure you're receiving the messages. Like I said, we got the months card here, so it's looking like this is happening, I would say 6 months or less, and that's being generous. It's giving 3 months or less. We did get in the near future, so sooner rather than later. And then we got Monday. Monday is also a good day for manifestation, dealing with moon energy. But Monday is going to be significant to you in some way. You're likely going to be meeting this person on a Monday, having a really big shift, happen on a Monday. You could be watching this on a Monday or something like that as well. That's what I got for you, group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. right, if you chose group 4 with the Bloodstone and the Gourmet Tarot, this is your reading, tapping in to see who is your soulmate. Where and how will you meet them? What will the relationship be like? All that good stuff, Spirit. For group 4 with the Bloodstone, please give us their zodiac sign, their energy. Describe this person to us. Who is this for group 4? So right away, I'm feeling that this is someone who is very smart and also someone who is like randomly lucky. We got strong Uranus energy here. We got strong Sagittarius energy, Sag being ruled by Jupiter, a benevolent planet that brings luck and abundance. We got air here with that Sag energy. This person seems to be successful at everything they do. Also, they have an extra edge of luck in their chart. And it feels like kind of wherever way they want to go, they kind of have a guarantee of success. I feel a strong collegiate energy from this person. We have air that has heavy connections to like school and learning and intelligence and the mind. So this person is very smart, specifically when it comes to dealing with other people. I'm seeing as well, when it comes to understanding human nature, this person has the ability to kind of immediately read someone and tell what their true intentions are through, reading them energetically. This person is very smart. They have a lot of foresight. Also seeing that this person is really good when it comes to making money. We got Sag here, like I said, ruled by Jupiter. Actually, we got a good amount of fire energy. We got Sag and Leo that has come out. So look out for the fire signs. This person likely has a fire dominant chart. But that Sagittarius energy makes them an explorer, makes them someone who wants to grow and expand. This is likely someone who travels a lot, someone who has a very varied friend group. They have friends in this walk of life. They have friends in that walk of life. They got these group of friends over here that like to party, go out. They got this group of friends over here that likes to study in cafes. This group of friends that like to travel. This person likes to have that kind of Leo association with their pride, having their pride, their pack, their people that are family to them. This person makes deep connections with friends. They have a strong attraction to friendship and meeting new people as well. This is also the kind of person, especially with that air energy, who can have a conversation with anyone. I seen a video like that the other day, going out with my super extroverted husband that can have a conversation with literally anyone, and she showed like a bunch of different clips. She's got a clip of this, her husband chatting it up with a older worker at a store, and then chatting it up with a mom with her kids, like all these different people, and he's just fine, a little social butterfly. You could get that similar kind of energy with your soulmate. We got Uranus making them fun, spontaneous, and energetic. This person loves to explore. That's something associated with Sag and Uranus. Exploration, even air associated with, travel, exploration, seeing and going to new places. So they're definitely someone, I just heard daredevil. They could be someone who likes to be spontaneous, but also likes to take a little bit of a risk. I'm seeing like a bungee cord. So I'm seeing that this person, they love roller coasters. They love going to adventure parks, theme parks. They like to zip line. They like to, do different things, different attractions that have to do with like, bungee, like those cords. Wouldn't be surprised if they have skydived as well. Spirit for group 4. Please show us, who is this person? What are they like? Okay, we got Saturn coming in, anchoring all this energy, because as of now, it kind of seemed like this person was free as a bird. Someone who liked to travel, someone who was more of a nomad. But then we have Saturn and Mars coming in. So a lot of divine masculine energy coming in on the tail end here, showing us that this person is a strategist, showing us that this person knows how to work hard. They definitely have like a home base, even if they're someone who loves to travel. This person has got it all set up where they'll have someone watch their home. For for 3 months as they're traveling over here, yes, I do feel this person has the funds. They have their, they have their own home. They have investments with that Saturn energy. They have a home base. They have a place that they love to stay, that they live. With that Mars energy at some point, especially with Leo there as well, we got a couple repeated energies of family. Even Sagittarius has those Jupiter connections that has connections to like the home and family as well. So we got quite a few placements here coming up to show us that this person does have a grounded side to them that wants to kind of live a normal life, so to speak. We got this Mars energy making them a hard worker, making them an executor, someone who can make a plan and go for it, make it happen, someone who can bring home the bacon, okay? Someone who's good at making money, someone who is stable, trustworthy, dependable, and knows how to balance it. Spirit for group 4, show us where or how they will meet. Where or how will they meet for group 4? Okay. So, first of all, we have the Mystic Haven giving strong, like, spiritual shop vibes. You could end up meeting this person as you're going to get something for like a spell or a manifestation that you need. The card, it says enchantment, esoteric, magic, intrigue, and hidden wisdom. You could meet this person as you're pursuing hidden wisdom, as you're traveling even for spiritual purposes. Like I'm seeing like the pyramids of Egypt, for an example. You could be traveling to go look at the hieroglyphs in real life, to touch them, to get a feel of the energy, or it could be anywhere. That was just where I was seeing. And you're meeting this person as you're traveling there. We also have the museum here, and it says, artifacts and exhibits. So you could be meeting this person as you're collecting spiritual information, or as you're on some spiritual journey that has you kind of looking for a certain book, or, looking for answers, or it could be more of a heart space or solar plexus kind of thing, where it's like you're searching but you don't know exactly what you're looking for, but you'll know it when you find it or when you see it or when you get there, kind of thing. If you're feeling like that at this time and you're doing some wandering, I definitely see you meeting them connected to that in some way. We got the birthplace of dreams that came out as well. So you could be currently kind of like really having a desire to travel, to go somewhere specific. You could have a dream that is in another place. You could be wanting to pursue a dream that's going to allow you to stay in a certain place or live in a certain place. You could be on your own kind of journey of searching for signs, searching for answers as you're meeting this person. More commonly, we have the post office. You could work at the post office, and this could be a customer, or this could even be a coworker, someone who specifically has a job that has to do with like going around. Maybe they go to different buildings or they travel in different ways. Also, this person could be your postal worker. The first thing it says on this card is mail delivery. So yeah, this could definitely be someone who's delivering a package for you. We got the parking lot here as well. You could meet this person in the parking lot. The first time you see them could also be as you're driving, and then you could meet them and actually have a conversation with them later down the line. That's a specific message I'm getting for someone. It's like you're meeting this person, or seeing them rather, for the first time as you're driving, and then actually connecting with them on a deep personal level, some months after that. And then we got the living room. For a small portion of you, this person could have had even like a small role or a bigger role on TV. Some stars, kind of almost do like acting or even singing as a side quest. They give you one album and then they get on, okay, with their life, and they live their personal lives. Like Frank Ocean, I have a gift and I'm going to share that with you, but I am not going to be a slave to nobody's contract or nobody's career. You could end up seeing this person as they're acting, as they're singing, as they're entertaining, but it's giving like side quest energy, as if it's not actually their main kind of gig in this life. You could be meeting them at a housewarming as well. Also, I'm seeing Spirit is showing me shared spaces in apartment living. So if you have an apartment, you live in an apartment that has amenities, you could be meeting this person at the indoor gym you guys have, or at the pool you guys have, or some sort of deck area, some sort of like communal space. Spirit, tell us about this relationship for group 4. How is this coming together? What is their relationship like? Okay, so right away, neither of you have to think about it. You're very sure of each other. Things are even moving forward rather quickly. This is an interesting energy because we have some iffy kind of placements here. I feel like the main thing is Spirit is kind of leading this together, and that's something that's very common with soulmate connections. One of the benefits of it is you don't have to chase after a soulmate. A soulmate is someone you're meant to meet, so they're kind of put on your path by Spirit, by higher level forces. You automatically don't have to do as much. I'm getting that, but I'm also getting you meeting this person in almost an unexpected way, or even a way that feels a bit uncomfortable for you. You can meet this person as you're in a transition phase. We got the World card reverse, Queen of Swords reverse. That could be an indicator that you're meeting this person as you're down on your luck. We got the High Priestess here, giving us a sign that intuitively you're going to recognize them right away. Feelings of like love at first sight when you meet this person are happening. And we have the Three of Wands. So it's like once you guys meet, things just pop off very, very quickly. So Three of Wands, moving forward, building a life together. A card of expectation. It's like you already know what's going to come of this. This person could see you and they could tell you on the first date, you're going to be my husband, or you are my wife, you know, something like that could be happening here, which is usually like a red flag, because it's like people who want to, you know, manipulate the situation. They want to lay it on thick, you know, they want to love bomb you right away. But with this person, it's so genuine. And High Priestess, your intuition is spot on. I feel like with what you've been through in this life, they couldn't play you if they wanted to. You're going to feel intuitively right away. You can tell what's real, what's fake. You can tell that this person is actually legit about what they say and what they're trying to do. We have the Six of Cups, which can indicate a lover from the past or someone that you've known in childhood. So maybe this person has gone out, they've done some exploring, they've lived some life, and then you guys are connecting finally at this time in a romantic way specifically. Also, for a small portion of you that you're seeing this person the first time, you know, in a movie or on a show, or you're, you know, seeing some of their art, whatever that is. Six of Cups, it could have been something you saw when you were younger, when you were a teen, or when you were, you know, like this could be someone who played in a role when you were in your childhood, something like that. We got the Four of Swords reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed. So I am seeing a kind of like worry-free type of situation. We got the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This person, you know, this is one of our, you know, marriage cards in tarot. So this could be an indicator that this person has traditional values. We got Sag and Leo associated with traditional values, Saturn associated with traditional values, even Mars can be, well, Mars is kind of iffy because it also represents some taboos to a degree, but someone in Mars energy is typically more masculine, looking for that feminine polarity, looking for the polarities, the traditionalism. So it can be, you know, slightly associated with that. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This person could put you in a traditional feminine kind of role if you're open to that, if you would want that. They're definitely more masculine energy dominant. We actually didn't get any feminine energy really that came out for them. So if you're looking for, like, especially with that Queen of Swords reverse, that's like, you're not expected to do anything here. You know, let me work, let me sort things out, let me handle things, let me lead. And, you know, you just kind of look pretty, or you just kind of take care of the home front, or you know, play that other more feminine role. Nice. We got the Two of Cups here, which I'm really glad to see because it's like, okay, you know, not too much though. We have the Nine of Cups talking about emotional safety, emotional security, feeling safe, feeling comfortable in this relationship, being confident that you can trust someone to, quote, lead, because they're not the kind of person who would try to, you know, take advantage of that and, you know, use that as a method of control. Doesn't want to focus on these two, but Two of Cups, soulmate energy. So we got the confirmation. We're tapping into your soulmate. Also giving us that strong romantic kind of vibe, letting you know that they're still pampering you, taking care of you, you know, making you feel good. Nine of Cups is a sign of being emotionally satisfied, feeling abundant. So I see a lot of abundance in this relationship. I see them taking care of you. I see them being a strong leader energy, or at least a co-leader energy. We got the Wheel of Fortune reversed and Judgment reversed. So I don't feel like you guys are aware of each other. I feel like everything feels very synchronistic, and I feel spirit kind of leading you together. Judgment and Wheel of Fortune both showing up reversed is really giving a strong vibe that you two won't really be able to connect until it's the proper time, until it's blessed by spirit, until everything is in order. You know, it's kind of like spirit has a heavy hand on this relationship. Spirit, can you give us their timeline? When will group 4 meet their soulmate? We did get, for a small portion of you, Six of Cups, you've already been made aware of this person, or like maybe you went to the same school or lived in the same neighborhood. I'm not feeling ex energy at all though. So I don't feel like we're tapping into like your ex. This would be more someone you've been exposed to or aware of in the past versus someone you like actually dated in the past, I'm feeling. Spirit, what is their timeline? Okay. We got a strong energy of a winter that has come in. You could have met them in this past winter, or you could be meeting them in the next winter. We got winter that came out, and then we got Sagittarius season, and we got Aquarius season that came out as well. Sag season is from November 22nd to December 21st. So right in the thick of winter energy. Aquarius, same thing, January 20th to February 18th. So I love when the timelines bleed into each other like that. Strong winter energy here. We also got in the next few months. So some of you will be meeting this person within the next, I'd say 3 to 6 months to be generous. Usually this card indicates like in the next 3 months, but to be a bit generous with it, we'll say within the next 6 months for some of you. We got number 13, and we have Tuesday. Got the club going up on a Tuesday. I swear music used to be so much better. We got number 13, so look out for 13s, especially if there's a 13th of the month that, like, you know, falls on a Tuesday during Sag season or during Aquarius season, especially if Tuesday is a day that you do anything that you would be more likely to meet someone, then I would say that's lining up right with what you already got going on. Look out for Tuesdays. And, you know, 13 can also be a significant angel number that spirit is communicating with you through. And then, of course, you can meet this person on the 13th. Spirit, what other messages do you have for group 4? Whoa, this has never happened. We got fall, spring, and summer that has come out of this deck. This deck has like 80 cards in it. And we got 3 seasons. There's only 4 seasons coming out. I'm like, oh, I was literally about to freak out when I saw that sun. I'm like, oh my goodness, are we getting another season? It would be winter. Winter is actually the only one. Oh wait, there's another card flipped over. Winter is actually the only one that didn't come out, and we did get winter that came out from the timeline deck. So spirit is kind of like, listen, be open. You can meet this person literally at any time. We got the new home card. It says you will obtain a new home or more stability and security. So you meeting this person could also be connected to you moving. My goodness, we got all these seasons. We got summer, spring, and fall. So spirit is saying stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Summer, it says fun in the sun, happiness, and lighthearted times are ahead. So I see your life getting better on a personal level. Spring, it says a new cycle is beginning. It's time to spring into action. Absolutely. That's the main thing. Make sure you're doing what Spirit is calling you to do and what you're naturally feeling attracted to at this time, so you can make sure you're always in alignment. And then we got fall. It says you need to spend time and contemplation and prepare to take inventory of your life. So, write down your goals. Is there anything that you feel like you need to do in order to be more in alignment with being in a relationship or with being in the relationship that you want? Go ahead and take the time to do that now so that you don't have to prepare, and you're already ready. That's what I got for you, Group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.